We're doing this live.
I'm so white.
So now you see what it's like from this side of the camera.
You know what I think's helping me today? I didn't shave. I think it's helping my coloring.
You know what? I was wondering if you were going down that road. I'm looking at going, not too shabby.
Maddie always wants me to grow a beard, and I'm trying to explain to her that, like,
It doesn't work.
but granted, I'm like a gorilla, but I still have like a 15-year-old face. Yeah.
Oh, look, Rory's left now. Yay!
Hey everyone, welcome to the show.
So we're technically waiting for people right here to show up.
It will. Well, here's the problem.
Oh,
The one
there's
person
Katie.
that usually shows up is
Good
sitting
morning,
next to us.
Katie.
Hi, Katie.
Katie bought a home in Raymond, Washington.
Ooh.
I like Raymond.
That's a nice area.
Everybody loves Raymond.
Oh my gosh.
What did I get myself into?
Nailed it.
You see this every week.
I do see this every week. It's different on the other side.
No, I've been loving the pictures Katie's been posting. Different pictures from doing things around the house, and the cats have all gotten settled in and everything.
The cats.
Yeah.
I love it.
Oh my
All
gosh.
the cat pictures. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure Katie just said, "Oh my gosh," to your comment.
Oh, she loved it. She loved
Oh
it.
yeah.
That's the next sign you need in your house. Everybody loves Raymond. Or just a picture of Ray Romano. Like, do you get it?
Oh my gosh.
Like mounted on the wall. All right. Anyways, hey everyone, welcome.
You can say "Welcome home" with a picture of Ray Romano.
I'm Luke. This is Rory. Special guest Marisa joined us today. Everyone say
Good morning,
hi.
Kimberly. Good to see you.
For all of you unfortunate enough to watch us every week because you have nothing better on doing in life, today we promise to raise the game with Marisa. So, hope everyone's doing well. Hope you're out enjoying the sunshine. If you have any questions, comments, please hit us up and we'll ramble on and make no sense of it for you.
Yeah, that's true. So, why are you here today?
Because you told me to be.
Yep. I thought she had like a special cause. She's like, I do. I needed to get out of the house.
Because I have two babies and I need to get out of the house every once in a while.
So what we did is we actually reached out to our pool of clients and said, hey, who would love to be on the show? And before
Long list.
Before I can even say show, Marisa's blowing up my phone.
You're not coming to my house, right? I'll be there.
I mean, we could have made it work in the play area. It would have been dark and sad.
You know, we actually did.
You're in the background throughout the show.
We did a show from.
During my inspection.
That's right. I remember that.
Because I awkwardly walked in and was like,
The grip just walks on in the background. Sorry, that's a stagehand. We're not that big. Yeah.
Silas, good morning, Silas.
What's up, buddy?
So,
Silas up in Seattle, right?
tell us about your experience. Yeah. Yep.
experience with that.
Buying your house.
Oh,
in
buying my
Tacoma.
house. It was stressful.
Oh, I'm sorry, the show's over.
Yeah.
And it wasn't because of Rory.
Hold on, all my clients are canceling on me.
It was stressful because I was super pregnant and really anxious for it to close.
That would do it.
And it was everyone we found was like, nope, 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 nope. And then we found our house and we were like, this is it. And then we moved in and we were like, this is still it, but we have a lot of work to do. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
it was a good time.
Yeah, I like your guys' house. I agree. You guys, there's quite a bit of work that needs to be done, but there's so much potential with that house and that property.
Yeah.
Man, now I
I'm
am
looking
a
at
little
the yard
sad.
now and I'm like,
I am a little sad that you cut out that area.
no, I'm not.
I know you're not.
The rats could have lived there. No, no rats in my yard.
Dane's here.
Hi, Dane.
She made it. She's in the big time.
The Dane train.
I am the greatest show now.
There you go.
Well, a great transition. Let's talk about that.
Well, because Dane had posted about it earlier and he said it was like the greatest soundtrack. And I'm like, it's amazing.
Honestly, Dane is the inspiration for me wanting to bring this up today.
Is it?
Yeah, yeah, because I knew that you loved it. I know that Luke's family loves it. Our family really likes it. What is it about the movie you guys like? Kimberly, talk about stressful. I'm used to putting in others.
And offers.
Offers. Sorry. I'm so far away.
You need glasses.
No.
Borrow mine?
No.
It's a strong prescription.
It's bad enough I'm going to physical therapy for tennis elbow because the doctor said I'm old. But I don't need glasses. No.
I call Jimmy all the time. It's good to
Dane says, I was wondering
how long it took you guys to notice I was here. And your name popped up.
Yeah.
Dane train.
Doesn't take that long at all, dude.
I'm over here not talking.
So what is it about the movie?
Text me.
What you said you loved the soundtrack before you even saw it.
I did because I had seen that it was Hugh Jackman and Zac Efron, and I was like, Zac Efron, he did it for me. He's a total babe now. He was like a little scrawny kid in high school. He's a babe.
I will say, you're correct. Yeah. No, here's what I said. Honestly, I said this while I was watching tonight, in a total non-man love kind of way. Is that like when High School Musicals came out, right? It was like total teen rock. You're like, eh. But I've seen him in a couple things since then. He's a talented dude.
He's gonna be in another movie.
And I think you know what he's coming up in.
The Ted Bundy movie. I'm so excited.
I'm so pumped for that.
He's gonna be a serial killer again.
Yeah.
I'm in love with him. Yeah. The other thing is, did you ever see he was on Bear Grylls?
No.
And he was, so if you get a chance, like, look it up. He was on Bear Grylls, and you know, like, Bear Grylls is like Oprah in the wild. Like, his whole thing is to see you cry, you know, at some point. So he starts talking about
Probably because you're scared and won't survive.
Yeah, exactly. So he started talking about Zach's life, and apparently a lot of pressure growing up. It wasn't an easy upbringing, and he became an alcoholic, and he really was really candid about his struggles and going through rehab and trying to be a better person. And actually, I liked him after watching that before I really even saw him. So it's pretty interesting if you're a fan. Yeah, he was amazing. He was good.
I think I was more excited because I knew Zac Efron was actually singing in this movie.
Yeah.
And in the first High School Musical, he did not sing. He had a voice, another person singing for him. Yeah, his name was Drew Seeley, and he's equally as cute. But I like Zac Efron a little bit better.
Well, I know that my kids, when they had their duet, where they're like swinging around in the area, both my son, his fiance, and Kaylee all went, "Oh, look, it's High School Musical 4."
But it's with Zendaya, who was in the Spider-Man movie.
You know what? I thought she looked really familiar.
She was MJ.
Yeah. Totally. I thought that was really cool.
And she's on the Disney Channel.
She's very talented.
Sorry,
She is.
watch outside. Some guy just fell down out here.
Oh no! See, this is the other thing.
I'm just trying to make sure he's okay. Like, he took a pretty hard spill.
Yeah?
He's getting the shock. I think he's
Oh, okay. Yeah,
He shook it off.
He's alive.
Rewrite the stars.
Yes.
Melissa says, "Good morning, Aunt Mary. I saw you pop up on there."
Melissa, we love you.
Jimmy likes the other side where they're in the bar and they're dancing.
That's a very
great
He
scene.
likes that one. I like From Now On. And then that song, that stupid song, makes me cry every time.
Here's the thing, like Hugh Jackman too is becoming like the go-to musical guy.
He was good in Les Mis.
Well, Les Mis was amazing, and the fact that they shot that one take, right? They didn't dub sound afterwards, so when he's singing in that, it's actual camera.
Yeah.
The bar scene. No, in Les Mis. Have you seen Les Mis?
They had a keyboard on set that they were.
Oh yes.
They didn't dub in the voices afterwards. He sang through.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, he's a talented guy.
He is.
They even got Russell Crowe to sound kind of
Halfway decent.
okay.
Yeah.
Auto-tune does that.
No, I love Hugh Jackman as an actor. I mean, is there any other guy in this world that can be the badass Wolverine?
And then Kate Leopold.
Yeah.
I haven't seen that. I've heard
Brett,
other
good morning, Brett.
There's a lot. Yeah, he does a lot. He's very his range is really good.
His range is nice.
Yeah,
I like
really
it.
good.
I like when an actor has a wide range.
Now, do you guys know the story behind him becoming Wolverine?
Because the studio told him to, and he got paid a buttload of money.
No.
He has a great beard.
No, not at all.
So majestic sideburns.
So
go with that.
back in the day, you know what? I actually had sideburns back in the day.
Shave this right here and just have that.
Okay, my cousin had mutton chops, and he was about as red as Rory.
The funny
and
thing
it
was,
no.
one of the years I did Movember, so I just let it all grow out, and then I did the motorcycle thing.
Fu Manchu.
Yeah. Oh.
And a somber.
Yeah. My wife looked at me and goes, nope, shave it off.
Shave it all off.
I just mustache. I got some
Christy.
pictures out there on Facebook of me and the mustache. Who was saying Silas doing a musical?
Yeah.
So here's the
Janet. Janet says hello.
Hey, Janet. So here's the story on that. So they were going to make the X-Men movie back in 99, 2000, right around there. And their first pick for Wolverine was, I believe his name's Doomray Scott. Doomray Scott.
Sounds familiar.
And he said no, he couldn't do it because he was cast to be in Mission Impossible 2 as the bad guy. We all know Mission Impossible 2 is the worst Mission Impossible movie out there. And so he missed out being a Wolverine. Hugh Jackman was their second choice. The rest is history. Look at Hugh Jackman's career since...
It was crazy that Hugh Jackman as Wolverine is now over.
Yeah.
He didn't want to do it anymore.
Logan, right? I mean, Logan did, and so
And he died.
done.
You know what? I'm glad that's the way he went out.
Yeah.
Oh, spoiler alert.
I know.
I
Great.
assume everybody's seen it.
Plus he
Sorry.
comes in flashbacks.
I can almost guarantee they're gonna bring him back somewhere.
It was a great movie.
You know,
They even brought him back in like one of the Deadpool trailers. Deadpool's like hanging over his grave with like this picture that he drew out.
And then he heals himself and comes out of the grave.
Like, he like wanted to heal Hugh Jackman to be able to make boatloads of money. Like you have Deadpool fucking off money bags. There's so much Deadpool.
I heard yesterday that they're actually going to make a movie of that little girl.
That would not surprise me. That'd be kind of cool.
It's in Logan. So that ought to be interesting.
Well, then there will be flashbacks.
She had like the most standout audition too. I watched like one of the making of scenes, and that was they were like that was the most organic thing ever. She like busted out into Spanish, and they were all over it. So
Wow.
So here's another fun fact for you
talk
guys.
about movies
I'm all
all day.
full of them. Oh, yes.
We should bring in my buddy Paul Carlson, who
Yeah.
did by his house. I mean, he's the movie critic for the Examiner in Seattle.
We should, absolutely.
He's
I'd
brutal.
love it. I'd love it.
I mean, like you'd be like, oh, I love that movie, and he'll look at you and be like, you have no taste.
you classic.
Okay, so you guys know who Thor is. Who's Thor? Who's the actor?
Chris Hemsworth.
Yeah, which I can
Who's
have.
Thor?
He's a babe.
I have
I think
a
my
man
wife
crush
just heard you say that name and tuned in.
Who's Thor?
Yeah.
She's like, is
talking
Chris
about
Hemsworth
him.
on the show?
So you guys also know who Loki is, right?
Loki.
Yes.
I know Floki
Like I
from
do,
Vikings.
but I don't remember his name. Tom
Oh, yeah.
No. Hiddleston.
Hiddleston.
Hey.
Hiddleston,
Yeah. So check this out. He actually tried out for Thor, and there's actual footage of his audition to become Thor. So Tom Hiddleston is wearing
The
like
full gear.
blonde
Oh,
wig,
wow.
and he's all holding up the hammer, and
No.
yeah. And
It just doesn't work.
I
He's
saw
too
the
scrawny.
footage, and I went, no, that's no.
I think I told you too. Hemsworth is like the greatest follow on Instagram.
Oh,
Like follow him. He's hilarious. Like he's constantly, and he's just a goofball. Like he is so like doesn't take himself seriously. It's pretty cool.
that is
Pretty funny.
That is really cool.
It's always nice when they don't take themselves
No.
seriously.
Hey, good morning, Peg.
He lives in Byron Bay in Australia, which is a small hippie town on the eastern side. And Rachel and I stayed there for like 2 or 3 nights. It's just this really small, dope-looking hippie town. It's really cool. And he's got a house there, and he just walks around town. So like he'll post things, and he's out like at a restaurant, or he's riding his bike down the street with his kids, and I'm like, hey, I've been there. Like I like freak out. Like,
I know where that is.
best friends.
I'm famous too, right?
I'm famous. Yay.
Only 3 people liked it when I rode a bike down that street.
So are we gonna put you to sleep when we talk about the Mariners for a second?
I can look at my phone. No, go ahead. They have tight pants too. I'll pay attention to them.
Wow.
So
Totally
did
fine.
you hear what Paxton did last night?
Dominance.
16 strikeouts.
And the bullpen blew it. That being said, the bullpen's been amazing all year. Eddie Diaz has been amazing. You're gonna have some hiccups. Yeah, 16 Ks, man, for the Big Maple.
That's amazing. That's four away from the record, right?
I really think that like he's kind of the last 2 starts, he started to be Paxton from last year.
Right.
He's starting to sort it out.
Yep.
Probably moving forward, he's just gonna become that unhittable ace again.
Don't you agree, Marisa?
I
Sure.
mean, Lord, is he already like a whole?
I played softball in 6th grade. I totally know what you guys are talking about. Yeah.
Okay, who's the best looking Mariner?
Dane says.
The one who has the best score.
Okay.
Side note, Luke, your hair is incredible. I'm envious. Oh my gosh.
Got a few
Don't
comments.
get him started.
Your comments on the mop.
This dude has like a whole hair salon in his car. We roll up to a listing appointment. He's like, hold on.
It is kind of
Where
true.
did he go? He's
Oh my
like,
god, he's like a greaser from
he's like, who's the one character? Johnny from Cartoon Network.
Johnny Bravo.
He's Johnny Bravo.
Dude, I've had like 10 people say that to me in my life. Yeah.
Man up.
I knew where you were going with this. I wasn't going to say anything. Just going to let it sit there. Dude, it's funny, and I'll be honest, my hair is like the one that's like my, like if I lost my hair, I'd panic.
You're like Samson.
I used to panic like in high school. I would like ask my mom, I'd be like, okay, so Dad's got a full head of hair, Grandpa's got a full head of hair. Mom, what about Grandpa on your side? Because he passed away when my mom was a kid. She's like, when he died at 36, full head of luscious hair. I'm like, okay, all right, we're doing okay. Like, I can like put on weight, I can get bad acting.
Johnny Bravo. That's right, yeah.
Yeah.
I got the long baldness going on because of this pregnancy, so I'm like shedding every time I like do. So it's always in the back. But last night I let my hair down, and it's got like down here. It's all wavy, and in 2 seconds of it drying, I had a trail. Just this trail of long shaggy
Can we get
hair.
another cat?
No, it's another dog. It's like, oh look, got a long hair dog now.
Dane says, just needs to let that 5 o'clock shadow get a little bit more shadowy.
Zac Efron's getting bumped down the list.
See, Dane, this is what you missed out. You could have seen him in person.
We'll get him on here.
Yep.
We'll get him on. We gotta. Well,
You guys won't get anything.
have we
done.
rescheduled lunch?
We have not rescheduled lunch.
We'll get there.
No. And you know what? It was beautiful what he said to me, which I can't actually repeat on here because it's family friendly. But it's beautiful when I told him, "Hey, are we still getting together tomorrow?" And it was like, oh.
Was it similar to my response when I realized I had
very
dental appointments in the
affirmative.
morning?
No.
It was very, very affirmative. Yes, we're gonna say that.
Yeah, it was very close to that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dane's response was not family friendly.
NSFW.
Yeah.
That's okay. His responses are never MSW.
And then I think the next thing was, "I'm so effing sorry," which I was like, "It's okay, dude.
That's so
Life happens."
Yeah. Honestly, Dane, when he texted me, it was like, "Hey, lunch got postponed with Dane." And I was like, "Sweet," because I wasn't going to be there and I forgot about it. I was like, "What lunch?" "Oh yeah, totally."
I would have lunch with
I
you
played it off
anytime,
well, though,
dude.
right? I played it off. I was like, "Oh,
Very
bummer."
colorful.
It was very cool.
I totally played it off well. I was like, "Oh, that's a bummer."
You know what's scary is I'm the calendar guy.
Yeah, it is. I don't do calendars.
Oh yeah, because you're like,
And you know what happened? So you know I gave a coffee for Lent.
yes.
Luke has told me I'm no
God bless
longer
you.
allowed to give a coffee for Lent because I forgot a couple things
Oh, no.
that were supposed to be taken care of. Unfortunately, it all worked out. But he's like, nope, you're not giving up coffee anymore for Lent.
I am the calendar mom.
Jason, good to see you,
You
man.
can't give up something that affects others. That's
You
supposed to be
cannot
about
make-
you.
Yeah,
It's
you
about
cannot make
you.
others miserable. They're repent for
It
your
can't be
sins.
about you.
That's not how it works, Rory.
only about you, not about, you know.
I'm the calendar mom, and I'll look at my calendar and be like, okay, I got this day, this day, this day, I got home this day, and I've gotten days wrong before.
I'm a calendar guy too, but I'm also a big money or
guys.
Word. Totally.
what does that even mean?
Hey, that
It
being
means
said-
he
Because
took
I-
his honeymoon in Hawaii.
That being said,
That's
calendar
what
guy
he's talking about.
forgot his PT appointment the other day, and texted me 15 minutes into it saying, "Oh hell, I'm supposed to be in PT right now. I'm sitting in the office." So
That's true. I totally spaced
calendar
it.
guy was on top of it.
And what was the next thing you said to me? Guess your arm wasn't hurting enough to remember that.
Yeah. I was like, "Oh, it must mean your arm is doing okay."
I'm like, jerk, you're actually right.
because you weren't thinking about it.
I'm not allowed to give up chocolate for Lent. You know what? Me neither, damn it.
I'm not allowed to. I'm not allowed to.
I was making money working versus spending money eating lunch. That's
You
what-
were not making
Right.
money. You were putting on leotards with the Andrews family. I know what you were doing.
Oh.
All right.
Obviously, we have the Tabor deal.
Crystal, good morning, Crystal.
So
Michael.
Michael, that's the inspector. That's
Yep.
the man.
Yep.
Yeah, that's our guy. And you guys, whenever you, Rory and I are opening the house, right? You're like, hey, who's the inspector? It's always Sterling. So.
Yep, Sterling.
Yep, they're number one on our list.
Dude, I started doing home inspection with Michael 8-9 years ago, and it was just Michael.
Yeah.
Dang.
And then it was like impossible to get him, and then he started hiring other people. I'm like, there we go. You reach out to say, absolutely. Hey, Michael.
So he'd spend money on jazzercise.
Actually, you got to call Michael today.
Yeah, I'm gonna give him a call. Give his office a call.
Call Michael.
We gotta. I'll give Michael a call.
Michael.
I'll call you, Michael.
I would spend money on jazzercise, but it has to be like the original videos with the creator. She's so enthusiastic when she does her stuff. I want to emulate her when I teach how to do it.
You gonna wear like the exercise socks and everything?
Just the
In
leotard.
the 80s.
No, not the headband. Just
What about like
the-
Tybo with Billy Blanks? All right.
Nah, I would like to emulate her because she like is the voice inside my head when I work out. Like, come on, I know you can do it. Ow! Like she makes all these noises.
I love watching those shows because there's always the middle of the road person that's working out, the one who's really just jacked up
And then
on
the one
meth,
that's like-
and you got the other person who's like,
And they tell you, like Jillian's like, you know,
And this is the
if
beginner.
you're really going after it, this is this one. If you're, you know, blah, blah, blah. If you're a lazy piece of this is the person you want to follow. And you're like, okay, I got
all
it.
right, left arm up,
Yeah.
right arm up.
The voice inside my head is still my drill instructors when I'm running. I saw Rory being on chat looking for an inspector. Was that you?
That was me.
He'll
yes.
explain to you why. He's got to
Yes,
call
I
you.
will explain to you why.
That's why.
There's a reason why, Michael.
Yeah. Yeah. We're not shopping you, buddy.
No. There's
Legitimate reason.
I'll
why.
call you. There is a reason why.
Oh man. Yeah. So anyway.
All right, that's it. Show's over. No.
I did
Well, we
find
were
out
talking
with
about the Mariners. When did you find out? No.
Oh, wait, you didn't tell us who the hottest mariner was.
The one that with the best score.
Which is
The
obvious.
one who has the best three-pointers?
Yes. I know that's basketball.
We apologize. That was for
I
house
only watch sports
Yeah.
with the pretty colors
Yeah,
and the tight
Michael,
pants.
yeah.
That's it.
We're trying to, we'll explain to you when he calls.
Yes.
We're trying to,
We'll explain it to you,
yeah,
Michael.
that's something, you're our next call. We're basically dragging the waters to figure some things out for a client, so.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah. A house that's not in contract, so, yeah. Anyways, it's more research. More research. Okay, thanks. Don't worry, Michael, we're not going anywhere. You guys sent me a fancy, remember last week I sent me that fancy card holder with my name on it?
Yeah.
I figure that's like, you know, like when you sell things in school, like you sell this many items, you get this. Like, so I got the card
The
holder.
see-through phone.
Yeah, I'm working for like the planner, you know, now. I'm like working my way up. Which if I get the planner, it'll go to you.
And I'm sure at the top of the tier is lunch with Dane, right?
Oh, lunch with Dane.
Why does your planner say Luke Weaver? Well,
Yeah.
it just does.
Just try.
Just go
Get
with
the
it.
labeler and just put it over. Yeah, that was a nice gift. Thanks, Michael. Appreciate it. So, I was just using it this morning. So, anyway, all right. So we're off to Mariners. What else we got?
I don't know. What else do we
Oh,
got?
you want to talk about your car, dude?
Yes, thank you. So, if anybody read the story on Tuesday, they'll know that I switched cars with Jesse.
Did you say story?
I heard lunch with.
I heard lunch with Dane. What's going on?
We do a lot of gifting.
I'll tell you what's going on, Dane. You missed lunch.
Who's working and listening to you in the background? Well, you know,
So I was working. Gosh.
Dane. Did you say story, by the way? You read your story?
Yeah, I wrote a story.
That was a
it was
novella.
a whole story.
That was a novella.
No,
Story.
It was just a really long Facebook post.
Story.
It was just a
Certain
really long Facebook
classifications.
post.
That was like an 89, 90-page novella.
That's one of those little viral stories that
Anytime
you can share.
Rory posts something and it says more reading, be careful about clicking on the more, read more.
That's fine.
If it says see more
From
two
now on.
times.
I'm sorry, guys. From now on, the next listing, house for sale. There you go.
House for sale, very
There
nice.
you go.
Yeah.
Well, tell me more about it. It's for sale.
It's for sale. You might like it.
Luke says I write too much.
Well, I get it all the time that I'm long-winded. I'm like, in fact, something popped up on my timeline for Facebook today, and I said like long story short at the top, and then I did the same thing, and everyone was like, "Oh, this is beautiful, this is beautiful." It was on a home that I did last year, and then Crab gets on there and goes, "Hey, great story, bro. By the way, that was nowhere near short." And I'm like,
So you guys have to learn the abbreviation TL with the little, what is it, semicolon, DR, too long, couldn't read, and then you put the short version at the very bottom. They do that on Tumblr all the time.
Interesting.
"There you go."
So what is that, like one sentence?
Yeah, you summarize in one sentence.
All right, so
All right.
long story long. Jessie bought a stick shift vehicle. She bought it 2 weeks ago. She paid all cash for it. Her brother hooked her up at CarMax. There's a free plug for you, John, even though he's not in the sales side.
Yeah.
Michael says, good to see you guys. I have to drop one of our vans off at the detail shop. Call you later. Sounds good, buddy.
Perfect. Thank you, sir. You're the best.
So, anyways, Jessie came down here this past weekend, and she's never driven a stick shift before. So we. So on Saturday, I was really busy doing things on Saturday, so I went ahead and John went out to go teach her. Well, come to find out, the only experience John has is in the car lot, driving a stick shift. So apparently they drove out on the roads on Saturday, danger to everybody, the blind, trying to teach the blind how to drive stick shift.
I hope there's a St. Christopher medal somewhere in the car.
As a matter of fact, there was an angel.
Oh, I have a funny
Thank
story about
God.
that. Sorry. Side note, real quick.
All right.
A lady pulls out in traffic today, right by Shaw Road. Sorry, you said the St. Christopher Medal. And,
Yep.
and it looks like it's a gal, and then maybe her mom, and the gal maybe is in her mid-20s, and the mom. I kid you not, right as the pull, I look over and she goes, and I was like, I'm like getting off the road. All right, carry on. Sorry. So I started laughing out loud, like by myself in the car. I'm like, oh man.
I got a story too.
So they came home Saturday afnoon.
Debbie's
both
watching.
Both had big eyes, just kind of like, all right.
Like we almost died.
Yeah, they barely made it kind of thing. So Sunday morning, we're heading down to church, and I told Jessie, I'll drive your car, we'll go down there, and you can drive it back up to the house.
Yeah.
And so we're driving, we pull in the church parking lot, she goes, man, you drive so smooth. I'm like, what do you mean? She goes, John, every time you change gears, it'd be like this.
Uh-oh.
Johnny boy.
So we get out of church. She gets in the car. She starts driving up the hill, And I said, hey, let's go drive for a little bit. And she's having a little bit of trouble with the first gear, getting out of first gear thing. And we get to the intersection over by Lowe's, and she just can't get out of first gear. So she's stuck in the intersection trying to get out of first gear. She's freaking out. Yep, freaking out and everything.
Oh my God.
Finally, she gets into first gear and she gets to the next light. And the same thing happens again. So I said, put on your flashers. So she puts on her flashers. She's trying to get it all figured out. People are going around us, and the light cycles, and it goes red again. So again, she's like, I said, just let's get over to that empty parking lot, and let's just kind of regroup here. And so, light changes green. She's trying to go, and someone behind us starts honking. And I went into full dad grizzly bear mode. I'm like,
Rory's a pretty calm guy.
Dirty words.
Anthony Briggs, hey everybody.
He's on break.
And yeah, I looked at Jesse. I said, if he honks one more time, I'm getting out of the car. Just letting you know, this is my baby. You don't honk at my baby. She's in a vulnerable moment right now.
She is a student driver.
Yeah, she's a 20-year-old student driver.
That's what you should have got one of those signs put on the back.
My mom had one. She wrote student driver on a piece of paper and duct taped it to the back of the
I can see your
minivan.
mom doing that.
Yeah, because then there was a guy that really hardcore tailgated us, did this dangerous swerve thing, and then flipped to back into his driveway on Calistoga. This big truck, and I was like, woo!
Wow. So we get over to the empty parking lot finally. And I said, let's get out of the car first. I got out of the car. She was really shaken up.
Woosah.
Yeah, she doesn't. Jessie's not a crier. I've only seen her cry maybe once or twice since she's become a teenager and into her 20s now. And so when I see her cry, it's a big deal. So I went ahead and I gave her a big hug. I said, listen, it's gonna be all right. You'll get this figured out. It's fine. And so we hugged it out. And then I said, hey, let me go and do a couple stop and goes, and I'll show you how it's done. And if you've ever tried to drive a stick, there's a finesse to it. You can't just go, pull the clutch out and give it gas. You gotta. It's an art form, is what it is, and that's what I was trying to explain to her. And I said, watch my feet, and I was showing her that. So then I let her. She got into the driver's side, and I had her do about 10 of them. And so she was trying to figure it out and everything. And I said, okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to get out of the car. And I want you to be in the car by yourself with no other distractions, and I want you to figure it out. So I had her do another 10, and then I said, okay, now I want you to go the other direction, and I want you to try going the other direction doing it. And so all in all, she did about 50 stop and goes. And I figured at that point, we even tried a little bit of an incline because it was behind TJ Maxx, so their little loading dock area. So I had her work on the incline and try and start from an incline, all that kind of stuff, and she did pretty good. So I'm like, okay, this is gonna be fine. The plan was we were gonna go up to Bellingham and then drop the car off there, and I was gonna take the train back.
Oh, Briggs, don't get me started, dude. That's what started my drinking last night.
Watching?
Yeah, I was handling the day okay until that. Yeah. All right,
Oh, baseball.
Yeah, that's
baseball. Okay.
So we head on up to Bellingham on Sunday. So this is all on the same day. We head to Bellingham on Sunday. We get to Smoky Point rest stop, and then that's when we switch places. I let Jesse drive from there up to Bellingham. We get to Bellingham, we get off the freeway. So freeway driving is fine. We get off the freeway, go over to her place. For the most part, it's okay. Get there, drop off her stuff, and then we're like, okay, let's go out to dinner. So we go out to dinner, and that's when
The
wheels
trouble
fell off.
started.
Yep. She got to a incline, just a tiny incline with a stop sign. And
It's like Tacoma.
and she just could not go. Cars were backing up behind her, and finally I just said, give it a lot of gas, let that clutch out nice
Thanks,
and slow,
Anthony.
and let's
Brother.
just go.
Thank
All right,
you.
ma'am.
Marisa. Thank you.
And so we get to dinner, and I'm like what they were the day before. My eyes are big. I'm just like, my baby's gonna be up here with a stick shift, and it's like, I'm not gonna be here to help her. Yeah. And so at that point I said, I've got the red Toyota Solera automatic. Would you like to drive it? And she said, would you really do that? And I said, if it makes you feel safer and it gives me some peace of mind, yes.
By the
he
way,
said
Jesse and I are at
die.
odds over this.
Yes.
Have you seen me try to sit in that car?
That's the whole
I
reason
got
we
my
got rid
feet
of the
up on the
Cobalt.
dashboard, my knees are on my ears.
That's the whole reason we got rid of the Cobalt, because Jimmy got a Subaru because he didn't want to drive the
And
Prius.
she sent,
It's
he
a mile car.
sends Jesse a picture, and her response is essentially, suck it up. So,
I'd probably tell you the same thing.
yeah.
So then we make that decision. We'd already decided to go see Avengers that night. So the plan was I was going to drive back. She was going to take the train the next morning. I was going to meet her in Seattle with the red car, and we'll make the switch and all good stuff. We go see Avengers. We get done with Avengers, and she goes, Dad, why don't I just go back with you tonight, and then I'll come back up to Bellingham tomorrow with the red car. And I went, yeah, that makes sense. So essentially, we went up to Bellingham on Sunday to see Avengers. We drove 2 hours one way to see a 2.5-hour movie, and then drove 2 hours back home.
And you know, I'm sure it was
This is my
amazing.
calendar guy that keeps us on track.
This is the guy that wants to have a nice, peaceful, easy Sunday. Yeah, I haven't had one of those in a while. And I'm not going to have one for a while either.
So funny.
So anyways, long story short, Jesse's now driving an automatic up there in Bellingham, and I have a Toyota Echo, which is basically a go-kart. But here's the kicker.
It has a Briggs and Stratton in it. Pull that thing when we go.
Here is the moral of the story. I filled it up with gas this morning, 33 miles a gallon.
Well, it takes an
Probably
oil.
did it on the truck.
It takes an oil mix. So it also
Like a chainsaw.
you can also weed eat with it. It's like a Swiss Army knife.
But I love it because my truck was getting me about 11 miles a gallon.
Jesse Pastrana.
Hey Jesse, what's going on?
That's relation to Travis Pastrana.
So that is the
Long story short.
That's the long story short.
That's the too long
So essentially what happened is Rory drove to Bellingham, they watched the movie, decided to switch cars, drove back, gave Jessie the red car, and
Yep.
she drove back.
Yep.
Yeah, and I could hear her giggling as she was leaving.
So long, sucker! With the sunroof back.
So I saw two things this morning when I was driving. Speaking of cars, the first one was, you know how, okay, this really irritates me when people like don't reach the speed as they're getting onto the freeway and you're stuck behind them. There were two cars stuck behind the. Were you guys
No, I'm preaching.
Okay,
Reaching,
thank God.
raising
I was
the
about to be
roof.
like, dude. It was a
For those of you
landscaping truck.
teenagers out there.
That's why it's called an on-ramp.
It was a
An
landscaping
acceleration
truck.
lane.
And there was a little white car and then a big truck behind it, like one of those big F-350, 250, whatever. There was a big truck. And they were tailgating this other car. And the little car swerved out from behind the truck, the landscaping truck, because he almost like hit him.
Yeah.
Almost hit somebody else in this lane. And I guess the truck got clipped by the landscaping truck because I passed them. Because I was like, I don't want to be behind that. And then I see the truck pass and come behind me, and his headlight is hanging off.
Oh, no.
So he had to pull off on 512, and I was like, oh, God bless you, I'm running late. So I didn't witness the whole thing. I'm assuming he got it taken care of because 512 was then backed up from looky-loos. So as I drove over the bridge going, all right, is it backed up? Oh, look, it is. They figured it out.
There's your legal alibi right there. I didn't witness the whole thing, so.
I didn't. I saw a swerve, and I assumed it was okay. And then as I'm crossing the bridge over 512 to go down 15th and come the back way into New Olive, there's this little silver car, and I see it shaking all of a sudden. It was like in front of me, and I see it shaking, and I realized the guy's headbanging. So he goes into the turn lane to get onto 512, and I slowly drive by him. He's playing air guitar, and I'm like, oh,
That was
yes.
definitely this.
Yes. I was like, this is my friend, because I totally did that on my way to
That guy's
Honolulu.
rolling.
Yeah.
I know. He's got purple wheels on his bike.
Poor child.
Catch me riding dirty.
I totally was headbanging because I put on early 2000s the pop punk rock and stuff like that, so Fall Out Boy, Panic! At the Disco, all that.
Newfound
And I was
Glory,
like headbanging in my car in my hula gear, so I looked like this Polynesian costume party person headbanging to Fall Out Boy.
She's not listening. She can't be listening to Hawaiian music right now. Like,
Nope. No drum
there's
beats
no
for
brother
me.
is on in her
It's
vehicle.
all over. I write some not tragedies.
Ooh, that's a pretty car.
Hello. Not my style. It's pretty to look at. Oh, selfie.
It looks like it could be your brother driving it.
Why is it? Because he's bald?
Bald and beard.
Yeah, I like this little tough.
Russell's not bald.
What's she doing?
I don't know.
She's selfieing.
It's a
and
rental
taking
car.
pictures.
It's a total rental car.
Oh yeah, that's got to be a rental
And she's
car.
like taking pictures.
Yeah.
And, oh my goodness.
Yeah, see, it says Florida on it, the license plate. Yeah, I guarantee you.
Probably a rental. They're probably new.
Did you guys hear that
Rent a
Ford
Camaro and drive
is,
through downtown Gila.
Ford is getting almost rid of all their cars and just going with SUVs and trucks? That's what John was telling me the other day. I heard that the Taurus was.
I can see that.
They're getting out with the Taurus.
I can see that.
And the funny thing was, Ford said, our research shows that people just are not buying sedans anymore, but they're buying SUVs, mini SUVs,
I think
trucks.
the crossover is the big deal.
I thought this sedan was
And John goes, no, they're not buying your sedans.
Well, and I'm a Ford guy.
I'm a
Through,
Subaru.
always have been. Always have been. I honestly think the crossover is a big deal. I mean, for me, I got 4 kids, man. I got to run around, and no sedan is going to get me anywhere.
No.
So it's, like the Ford Escape, the Edge, those kind of the crossover where you can still put stuff in the back and all that kind of thing. I have no use for a sedan in my life.
You know that car that the previous owner of the house that we closed on Monday, her car was a Taurus, a newer Taurus.
Yeah.
I thought that looked sharp. I thought that would be just fine.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you're taking everybody to soccer practice and dance practice and
I guess
practice,
business.
That's when you need a minivan.
Yeah. That's business wise.
Our minivan.
4 trucks, man. That's what.
I learned to drive in my mom's Kia, her 2014 Kia Sedona. I drove that to college, blasting Justin Bieber and Usher, and it was a good time. I was big pimping in that minivan.
Have you ever read my Bieber moment with the girls?
No.
This was like a year ago or 2 years ago. A song came on and I was feeling it. I'm like, yeah, man.
And you found out it was Justin Bieber.
And I was like, and so I was all stoked, and then I'm listening to it for a while. I heard it again, and I picked up the girls, and it was on. I said, oh, you guys hear this new Ed Sheeran song? And they're like, oh, what it is? And I turn it on. I'm like, it's pretty good. And I turn it up, and then Maddie just looks at me, and she's like, Dad, this is Bieber. And I'm like, oh, geez.
Yep.
Do you remember what song it was? Is it that Let Me Love You song?
It's the one that... No, it's the one that it's funny, my buddy tried to make me feel better. He says, it makes you feel better, Ed Sheeran co-wrote the song. And I'm like, it gives me a little something.
So I'm okay to like it, because at least Ed Sheeran was related to it.
Katie says, my Chevy Tracker has gotten to the new house. Soon it will be drivable.
At one point, I had a 79 Chevy Nova.
Love Yourself.
That
Love
one.
Yourself?
Yeah, Love Yourself.
I can get behind that one. I was like, it was okay the first 10 times I heard it.
Or it was Sheeran when I first heard it.
I heard Ed Sheeran, I heard Shape of You and Perfect, and I was all over it.
Chevy
It's like,
Tracker.
God bless Ed Sheeran.
You know what's funny is I didn't know who Ed Sheeran was. I knew his music, his sound, but then I saw what he looked like, and I went,
Hurry up.
He's just a shaggy Ron Weasley.
he looks like Ron Weasley. I'm like, what? No.
They always would like
With mad
make,
skills.
Oh
yeah,
man,
they
he
always
is
would
so
make
talented.
fun of him. He's a YouTube, he's Facebook memed all over the place because they'd stick him in a little Lego Harry Potter thing, like his picture, because he looked like Ron Weasley.
Yeah.
It was ridiculous.
Loudly
in my car. I sing a terrible, horrible version of Loudly in my car.
Yeah, you and me both.
Yeah.
Katie, don't tell anyone though. Wait.
One of the first album I listened to when I started driving without parental units around, Sir Mix-a-Lot.
Baby got back.
Oh yeah.
No. It couldn't have been Baby Got Back. I bet it was Posse on Broadway.
No, because I didn't start driving by myself till 92.
Uh-huh.
92. How old are you?
I turned a year old.
Oh man, my
I'm
dad,
92.
Posse on Broadway was the album.
my dad was a jerk.
Posse on Broadway was my
Daddy
favorite.
issues.
Sir Mix album.
No, I remember if you listen to that,
I'm 92.
if you listen to the album at all, it's like it's the man from. Oh gosh, how does it? I was about ready to do some horrible rapping.
Dude, Buttermilk Biscuits?
Oh yeah, I mean that one, but the first song on that album,
Yeah.
I'm just like some white kid in Mason County with his windows down. It's 30 degrees outside, and I'm just like, it's the man from the Evergreen State.
Mine was, check this out. I had a period of time where I was for whatever reason, was pretty big into gangster rap and like hardcore rap.
We all have that phase.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
when I was
I think
16,
it's-
I had a
I think it's our duty as
cassette.
white people to have that phase.
I had a cassette with Bone Thugs. Just basically Crossroads was huge at the time, and I worked at Subway in Shelton. So I'd put Crossroads in there and listen to it like 8 times on the way to work, windows down, just thinking I was hard. Yeah, it was, which I wasn't. But
Yeah.
I was a sandwich artist at Subway, so yeah.
You keep on telling yourself that.
I was in running start and like college classes. I came from like I had
I went to
earned my
running-
money and gotten
You did
the
running
laptop.
start? You're a smart kid.
I was apparently smart enough for running start, but not smart enough
I
for
think I
AP
already started
classes.
until I was like 30.
No, that my guidance counselor told me, I think running
more of a
start would be a
jock
good fit for you. She was like, it'd be a great fit for you. I don't think you're cut out for AP classes. And I'm like, okay, cool, thanks.
I was more of a mosier.
Cool, let's go. So I would drive to Running Start in the minivan. I had my laptop. I made myself mix CDs. The mix CDs had probably the same 5 songs on them, mixed with little. So I had one that was like mostly techno. I had another one that was my rock rap mix. So it was like Evanescence and 50 Cent.
Oh,
And then I had
It's
my country
your birthday.
mix.
We gonna party like it's
Nope,
your
have a baby about me, baby. There.
So you're
I knew all the words.
So you're considerably younger than Rory and I then.
Very much.
We would do. I don't know if you did this, but I can remember. So I had my back then, like now, like your speaker in your room for music is like this big. You know, like back then it was like how big can your sound system be?
Yeah.
And I got this huge sound system, record player. Hey Luke, random question: did you go to Highland Community College? I did not. Why? Was there a really goofy-looking guy with eyeline that looked like me? But anyway. I had the record, you had the tape deck you could record.
Oh, yeah.
So you'd have on like Cube 93.
And you'd have
Yeah.
to
And you'd
like
just
press
be like
record
waiting.
real fast.
And then as soon as you heard like the opening to Crossroads, like, boom, 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 and you're like, oh, record!
Yeah. You didn't care if you got the DJ's
Like
words
the
in there.
last
You're like, no, I've got the song.
Oh, and then depending on who was on, if it was like Eric Powers or something, you're like, dude, Eric Powers, shut your stupid voice up. Like, you can always talk like the first 20 seconds, like, be quiet. And then you're like, oh, that's a bad track. I gotta go back. I gotta wait till Eric Powers isn't on the radio.
So what is an album?
I had LimeWire.
Carlos Stein.
Oh, I remember
Frostwire,
that.
LimeWire, and Frostwire. That was my. I had
Carlos,
terrible.
maybe we were, not from Highland.
So what is an album that you would bump in your car when you were younger that is not socially acceptable today?
Backstreet Boys, Black and Blue.
That's the kind of socially acceptable. Like me, it was.
I
Creed.
still have it in my
It
car.
was Creed. I used to bump Creed like nobody was. And the funny thing is, I still would listen to them.
I'm signing over. I'm signing over to Homeroom's Northwest for Rory.
Oh my
Is
god.
it say Nickelback?
Golly.
have
Is there
that.
a difference?
I love Nickelback. Nickelback is my guilty pleasure.
Let's hear your Dark Skeleton then. Come on.
Well, it's not a Dark Skeleton.
It is
I'll
Dark
sit here and say I listen to Backstreet Boys and all that. Like most guys, like as
yeah.
soon as no one else was in the car. I think the one I bumped a lot that I couldn't play now. It's probably Tupac. Like Hit 'Em Up. Hit 'Em Up is like the most swear words ever. I can't play it unless I'm alone in the car. Yeah. But I don't know if that's like
so
dark.
everybody
Let me
else
think.
around you hears the gloriousness that is
What's
Tupac.
one? I listen to Backstreet Boys and NSYNC.
You know what?
Oh no, I got you. And I still listen to it.
Oh dear.
And I think they're talented. I don't care what anybody else says. Hanson. Mbop. Yes.
I'm not ashamed. I will listen to Nickelback. I actually really enjoyed Nickelback. Everybody raps on. Oh, look what you did.
I know. Well, here's the thing. And I'll tell them.
Look what you did.
Here's the thing. If you listen to this, so if you go back and listen, if you listen to Hanson now, right? And people don't realize this. Is it worldwide? They're huge. Like you're freaking.
Are they like
Hanson.
David Hasselhoff huge?
Like they sell out like Wembley. Like they were like.
Did you not know this?
What?
He's huge in Germany.
David Hasselhoff?
He's huge.
What about David Hasselhoff?
He's a huge singer in Germany.
Oh yeah, no.
Okay.
So, but here's the thing, like Hanson,
Dane loves Nickelback.
Dang.
Hanson will sell like Wembley like stadium like they were U2, like they're a big deal. And if you listen to
What
them
about
now,
Spice Girls?
No.
Nobody likes the Spice Girls.
If you listen to them now, I think you'd have an appreciation because they'll do like mbop, but it's more soul.
Yeah.
And you realize like when they were kids, it was more of a studio thing, making it real poppy.
Right.
So all their stuff now is real like bluesy. They're actually pretty good. So
Nice.
whatever.
No, I like NSYNC. I like the Backstreet Boys.
What about 98 Degrees?
No, they're too old.
They're too old. Why are you
I
here?
was in 3rd and 4th grade when the Backstreet Boys and NSYNC were like the competing boy bands.
What about New Kids? So I was into New Kids when I was like 8 and 9.
I was.
My dad worked their concert because he did all like he was like always the lead bartender like backstage at Tomino when the big bands were in town. So he came home with all this New Kids paraphernalia, and I just thought it was the coolest thing. Yeah.
What about Ashley Simpson? Really?
Ooh,
She
dang.
lip synced. She lip synced and it was the wrong
What
song.
about Ashley
and then
Simpson?
she danced off stage. She's not relevant anymore.
You know what else I used to listen to when I first started
That was
driving?
Ian.
Which I don't know if this is a character issue on my raising or not, but I actually had Two Live Crew. And if you ever listen to Two Live Crew,
Yeah.
you're like, a teenage boy should not be listening
No.
to this.
They sound vaguely familiar.
Oh, if you Google them, you'll go about 2 minutes
I'm
and
sure
you'll
they're
be
like
like, nope.
ICP and I'll be like, nope, never mind.
There's a lot of that though. There was music you tried to, like my parents tried to keep me away from rap in general.
Yeah.
I remember they had to listen to the whole Please Hammer Don't Hurt 'Em album before they would allow me to listen to it and realize that he was pretty PG.
I was not allowed to listen to the Britney Spears because I did it again.
Yeah.
Or Give Me Baby One More Time. There was no.
What TV show
no.
were you not allowed to watch that all your friends were allowed to watch?
See, we didn't have cable.
My mom just had to watch it.
We had 4,
first.
5, and 13 in the rabbit ears.
Yeah.
Dad was on the roof in the Super Bowl, like, you're like, hold it right there.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
My mom just had to watch it first, as long as it was PG-13 and she saw it first. You know, it was totally fine.
Simpsons.
I was not allowed to watch Simpsons. I did watch King of the Hill though.
So I'm
Which,
way out
looking
of...
back on it, is like, okay.
So my generation, my age group, right, like mid-late 30s, whatever, Simpsons is a huge deal.
Right.
And actually for your age group,
Yeah.
right? I mean, you're just a couple years older than me, but it's, I don't have any frame of reference. My friends will quote it, and I'm like, what are you talking about? And they're like, dude, Homer or like Bart? I'm like, I wasn't allowed to watch it to the point where by the time I could make my own decision on what I wanted to watch, they were in their like, whatever, 37th season or something like that, and I'm
Yeah.
like, it just didn't do it for me, you know, and so... But my parents didn't like the way they talked to their, you know, like the way they talk to adults.
You know what's funny is a lot of my 20s was Jim Carrey and Mike Myers. And it got to the point where that's
That
how I
explains
would
a lot.
that's how I would communicate with my brother.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah.
Your movie quotes.
Oh gosh,
Yeah, I'm
all
the
the
same way.
time. All the
Disney
time.
movies.
Well, you get Casey and Mike and I around each other. Pretty much the entire conversation is spoken through Tombstone and Lebowski quotes. That's it. That's it. You guys want to go to the store? I'm your Huckleberry. Okay. Yeah.
I can quote Disney movies.
Rug really ties the room together, dude. Yeah.
I used to be able to recite Finding Nemo forwards and backwards because I have a 2-year-old that watches.
What is it about movies too, by the way? Like I can't remember to like tie my shoes sometimes in the morning, but like I'll like quote a whole movie that I've seen once.
I used to be
twice.
able to quote Spaceballs.
Oh, great movie.
But you know
I
the
see
thing
your
was,
Schwartz.
the
It's
thing
as
was
big as
is
mine.
I watched it so much when I was a kid to the point where I could say the lines as I was watching
Yeah.
the movie.
Yep.
And then about 15 years ago, I'm like, hey, Jesse, John,
Let's watch this.
let's watch Spaceballs. I
And they
like this as a
probably
kid.
didn't like it.
Oh no, worse than that.
Oh,
Within
no.
10 minutes, there were so many cuss words in it. I went, nope.
Just kidding.
And I'm thinking to myself, I don't remember this when I was a kid.
That brings a good conversation up as a parent because you have to. I mean, you have to be vigilant with certain things.
I like to food. Thanks for everything.
It was like our
Patrick
thing.
Swayze.
Oh yeah. Thanks for everything, Julie Newmar.
Yes.
But that's the. Every parent has different. You know, I told you this with the new Jumanji movie. Like one parent told me, like, "Oh yeah, good to go, watch it. You know, it's good. Watch the kids. Great family movie." And we're like half hour into that, Rachel and I were like, "Oh my gosh, like turn it off."
Is it that bad?
There's just some unneeded like male humor from Jack Black that kind of happens sort of with them throughout the
It's
movie.
Jack Black.
And I love Jack Black.
It really is PG-13. If you take PG-13 for what it is,
Yeah.
I'd probably let 13 and over watch it.
I mean, when I got my 9 and my 12-year-olds who were still trying to figure out boys and girls and all that kind of stuff, and they're girls, and they got to hear Jack Black talk about what he's working with. Yeah, that was,
Which is funny the first time,
yeah.
but then the third time,
It wasn't necessary. And I love the movie, but that was over. That part was overkill.
yeah.
So,
Yeah.
I mean, I've had friends that they were allowed to watch Lord of the Rings, but they couldn't watch Harry Potter because of witchcraft. And I was like, okay, that's cool.
You know, and
my
our
mom was
family
like,
was
watch
like that.
all the movies.
You know, our family was like that till probably about, bless you, that's
Deal.
live right
I'm
there.
blessed.
Our family was like that until about maybe 10 years ago. When then all of a sudden I watched like the first Harry Potter and I'm like,
What's the big deal?
this is, yeah,
I read the
it's,
books.
it's fantasy. It's, you know,
I read the
it's-
book, so I was like, I already know what the thing is.
So how are you on Halloween?
Bring on all
What, you
the
mean the
candy.
holiday?
Well, I'm just saying, like, you know, us growing up, whatever, like, I remember the assembly, like, Halloween was just
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
And I just got to the point, I'm like, I don't care. Like, I think you have to separate the historical context from what kids view it as.
Right.
You know what I mean? And
Yeah, well, see, Jesse
I
and
love
I-
Halloween. I love trick-or-treating. I love the whole shebang.
With John and Jesse, we were the family that would go to the Harvest Festival.
Dude, if
then-
you grew up at church, you've been at a harvest festival or two.
Yeah,
Doing a little
exactly.
fishing over the sheet, you know? Yeah.
But then it changed. I think it changed right around the time Christy became Catholic. I think that's when it changed. We were, yeah, I guess so.
Catholics
That
are
was
willing
like
to
2000.
overlook a lot.
But I mean,
We serve wine at church. Come on.
That's the greatest.
so we basically realized, you know what? The kids are not going to dress up as witches. They're not going to dress up as the devil. They're not going to dress up as a Ouija board. But you know what? Dress up as a Power Ranger. Dress up as a Bumblebee.
As Esmeralda the Gypsy from Notre Dame. That was my signature.
See, and I just don't like the witches and all that kind of stuff. And maybe the devil's a little harsh. But like who was a witch a couple years ago? Lainey was a really good witch. But here's the thing: it's just become so mainstream in the sense that like kids love. Like I took them to see Wicked, and they freaking love Elphaba, and it's like that's what a witch has become for them. It's not cauldrons and ghosts and all. Yeah, exactly, and it's more of just a character versus this historical. So anyway, I.
What about you guys? We see people are dropping like flies.
They're tired of our
people
talk.
They don't like Halloween talk, I guess.
Apparently.
So
it's almost that time, you guys. Got any other questions for us? The three of you that have stayed on here the entire time, you guys are the real heroes.
Yeah.
And not all heroes wear capes.
I'm probably.
Luke's probably the other one.
No, I'm off of it now. Funny thing about this, and I told you this the other day, is like I think my wife thinks I'm like a narcissist because I'll go back and watch this probably twice this week.
Christy and I watched our one from last week.
I'm like, I'm hilarious.
I don't know why
wouldn't I watch
comedy
me?
is such a special already.
This is a matter of time before an agent finds me. Like,
I was actually talking to my friend about becoming Catholic because I want to fix her up with one of my cousins. No, not like you gotta convert before you meet my cousin. I think they're perfect, and I desperately want them to meet. And she's like, well, I don't know if I'm not Catholic. And I was like, neither was Jimmy, and he converted. And I was like, wow.
If there's anyone to talk to about converting religions for a member of the opposite sex, Rory's your guy.
But I was telling you,
That's the only reason Rory's doing any religion in his life is for a girl.
I was like, think about what Catholicism has to offer. One, we have great food after Mass, like almost all the time. All those little old ladies, they love to feed people. Two,
not in our church.
In our church, she should come on down. And then I was like, well, and then we have music and we have story time in the middle of church. Gospel.
I think I'm banned from churches.
And I was like, plus we serve wine in the middle of Mass. It's great. It's a party waiting to happen.
That's probably where Carlos knows me from. Not from college, but
I love being Catholic. Yay!
See, I think what happens is when you even start thinking about going to church, I think dark clouds like come over you.
Dude. Oh, it's bad. I start drinking and I don't even need to. It's like
Daddy, why is it raining only on you?
Yeah.
God's trying to tell me something, sweetheart.
I'm already drunk instantly.
He was meant to be Catholic.
The pH balance in my system is immediately. Yeah. No Pastor Paul on this week, so he can't argue.
I know, no.
Yeah.
You got the dumb dad joke of the week?
You know what I don't? Oh, wait. What did she tell me? What did Lainey or Maddie tell me last night? I can't remember.
What kind of lights did Noah use
I
in
think
the ark? Floodlights.
That's a good one. That's a good one. I think I served my own dumb dad joke of the week with the Everybody Loves Raymond.
I made it myself.
I'm gonna go back and watch that.
I'll use it
like in the parking lot before we leave. Have you seen me laughing to myself out in the car?
Ryan.
Nope.
No.
Guest appearance.
Right there?
Depends on what kind of food it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I could be Ryan if it's
Those
got
little
avocado.
cookies?
Yeah. Does it have avocado? I could be Ryan.
All right, so hey, what do we got going on? What do we got going on this week? We'll start with you. What do you got going on?
Xavier has a follow-up appointment tomorrow.
How old is he now?
He is 4 months.
Wow.
Xavier. I like that name.
It's my little nugget.
Yeah, remember he's the little guy that was in the hospital for quite a while?
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, he hasn't gained weight since his 2-month appointment, so...
I got some for him.
Me too.
We could share.
Come on, Xavier, we'll hook you up.
But he had this week I had this week to increase my milk supply and try and get him to gain weight. And if he hasn't shown progress, then they're going to talk about giving him a feeding tube.
Yep, Bella had something like
And
that.
I'm like, oh,
It
dang
sucks.
buddy.
It sucks.
So we've been like massaging his skull and giving him like, he went to the chiropractor yesterday to try and get all the
Skull
alignment.
massage. Let's come
Yeah.
over.
No, it's like it gives him a headache.
Slide over, Xavier. I'm in next, buddy.
it gives him a headache. So my mom like rubs his skull and he's got OT next week and all that
Good.
stuff. So it's busy. We're always in and out of the therapy and it's a good time. I might try to convince Jimmy to get the lawnmower put together. We bought a lawnmower.
Oh, speaking of that.
Nice.
And I have to actually mow my yard now.
Speaking of that.
I have to be an adult. Adulting is hard.
Yeah, I got some lawn mowing. I got some mow lawning to do. Yeah.
Are you gonna walk it again or are you gonna use the
Oh
rider?
my gosh! So I bought a riding lawnmower last week. It's in good shape, but the belt it needed I used it for a little while and something got caught underneath and it burnt the belt out on the deck. So I got to go home today and put it on there because this Sunday we're having Jocelyn's 4th birthday. She turns that's what I'll say. My daughter Joss Jocelyn turns 4 on Monday, so happy birthday, sweetheart. Daddy loves you. We're going to have a party at our house at the bounce house and stuff on Sunday. So my job is to mow that like 4 acres and get the house looking good. So
I could have put that fridge on layaway.
Dane, I feel your pain. I've had clients in the last year in the middle of the home buying process finance a timeshare, refinance a car, and I just like,
He would mess with us so bad. Like, and me being pregnant, I was going to eat him. That's how frustrated I got. And we messed with him one day and said, hey, we bought a fridge for the new house. And he went, are you serious? And I was like, we put it on the credit card, we financed it. And he lost his mind for like 6 text messages. We were like, chill out. It's a joke.
It was free on the side of the road. Okay, fine. Yeah, so that's what I got going on.
I had a heart attack. I'm like, that was the goal. Quit messing with us. My
eyes literally twitching. Thanks, Luke. I know. I'm telling you, right? This game, especially for your side. I'm trying to fix that. So that's what I have going on. Mowing lawns, getting the house ready, birthday party on Sunday, coaching some soccer games on Saturday.
Nice.
Good stuff. Pitts?
Yeah. You got a busy weekend.
So on Saturday.
Yeah, so I got an open house on Saturday. We had a new listing just hit the market yesterday in Tacoma, and it's already blowing up.
What do you do during open houses? Do you just like sit there and work, or do you like do?
It really depends.
Listen to Backstreet Boys.
Yeah, listen to Backstreet Boys. And
that's how you sell a house.
Nickelback.
True Life Group.
No. So it really depends. Like. Usually, if it's a busy one, I just chit chat with people. I'm not the guy that runs an open house.
That's
and goes,
like just walk
hey,
through.
Are you looking to buy yourself? Huh?
We went
See
to
how the
one
toilet
like
flushes?
that, and the guy. We went to one like that. And the guy knew nothing about the property. Oh, this isn't even my listing. I'm like, you couldn't read up on it, like at all.
Be a professional.
It was here pound.
Right.
I was like, oh my goodness.
It's one thing to say it's not your listing, but it's another thing to not know anything about the property.
He couldn't tell us like how many bedrooms, bathrooms, like if it was nothing.
So we'll get that posted here on the Tacoma Homes Northwest page later on today. It's gonna be from 11 to 2 on Saturday. And it's a good little property. It's close to nice little house, close to everything. I mean, you just go this direction, this direction, this direction, and
you'll hit like multiple places.
Tacoma Mall, movie theaters, restaurants, all that.
And it's in a neighborhood, so it's
Is it like by my
wide
house?
enough. No, it's on the other side of the
It's
freeway.
off 56 and Go.
Yeah.
That's close enough.
Like just down past Montezuma's.
Yeah, right down by Montezuma's.
Yeah, that's like 10 minutes away from my house.
Not too bad.
If you go on 56, yeah.
Then 72nd.
Yeah. So that's
So
what I'm
working
doing.
in the dance
Yeah.
studio on the Tacoma Mall Boulevard again.
Yeah.
Doing office work.
So I'm doing that on Saturday, and then on Sunday I'm gonna go and watch a whole bunch of little kids celebrate a birthday.
Yep. It'll be in my place.
Yeah.
Sounds like fun.
So Rory and I will be drinking on Sunday.
That's the only way to deal with work.
We're just trying to negotiate who's bringing the harder alcohol.
Yeah. Pretty stocked. I think you're all right.
So, but yeah, that's it. And then we've got some exciting things coming on here in the next month.
I'm just gonna say we got like a ton of listings coming on.
We do. We really do.
I'm not gonna tell you where they are and what they are, but
And they're good ones too.
they're good. Some good stuff coming on. There's a hot one dropping today, actually, in about 2-3 hours. Yeah, in about 2-3 hours it'll drop. It's a nice one.
It has really nice hardwood floors, guys.
Yeah, and we'll
She
talk.
said it, not
We'll
us.
talk.
I'm jealous.
Hey, and real quick, I just want to give a big shout out to Ben and Haley Evans, the former Haley Hendrickson. We got married on Saturday. Congratulations! It was an awesome wedding.
Yeah.
And real beautiful ceremony. I think it was done just perfectly. No, it wasn't overkill, but it was perfect. Haley, they're in Santorini, Greece right now for the honeymoon. So if you ever see this, you look beautiful, sweetheart. It was such an honor to be there. Ben, way to jump into the large pool, man. You're way out of there. Good way to marry up, buddy. So, and I love Ben, and it was a beautiful wedding with some people that I hold really dear. So congratulations. Very, very happy for you.
And I heard that you had a good time there.
I've been told.
It was that
I've been told I had a great time.
good. It was that
The
good.
video footage shows that it was an amazing time that I had.
And then I guess we should give a quick shout out to Josh and Daniela.
Yes, Josh and Daniela. So Daniela, great friend from, and I know from the airline days, and her and her husband Josh got a great house over in the Browns Point, Tacoma area, and they closed on, well, this was a weird one. They closed on Monday and a half, and they showed up at the closing on Monday night when we, with the keys and all that, and they had, I don't know, like a whole pound with them. have 4 dogs.
Oh my gosh.
3 of them were bigger than Rory and I.
Yeah.
And anyways, congratulations to Daniela and Josh. Josh has actually been texting me how they're moving in and stuff, so it's pretty cool. Yeah. That's on that. We've had a few that we haven't really kind of caught up on. People on the contract. We need to get our Facebook posts in order and do some congratulations.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I still need to make that video. I'm gonna make a blooper video. So we've been doing weekly videos for real estate, which we actually gotta get together tomorrow and do another one
Catch
because
up.
we're behind. Anyways, when I've gone through and I've created them, we have these horrible tics that we use as crutches when we're talking.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
That's our biggest
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so there's probably going to be just a video of just nothing but absolutely's.
Absolutely.
Which I'm working on. I'm putting together a video of all of our, because we always take pictures of all our souls or our soul buys. So I started the other day on iMovie just putting together basically a running still shots of all our sold signs and people holding signs. And I'm thinking about letting that go all summer long and then just kind of having it in the summer. Congrats to everybody.
The end of summer, you bought your house blow up.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. We got to start planning that.
We got so much to plan, dude.
You're going to be invited. Just,
Heck yeah.
you've been warned.
We got a lot going on this summer that we are probably behind the 8 ball on, even though it's only beginning of May. But
we'll make it a weekend that Jimmy doesn't have drill, and I'll make sure he's there.
Well, that's the thing. When you're in real estate, you're not allowed to just think about tomorrow.
No,
You have to think 60 to 90 days out.
what branch is he? What branch is he?
He was active military for the Army, and then now he's Army National Guard.
Nice.
Yeah.
Cool. Way to go, Jimmy. Marisa Gibbs is watching.
Hey, look, I'm watching.
Thanks,
You're
Marisa.
watching again?
It's amazing.
Thanks for hanging in there with us today.
Facebookception.
Yeah.
All right,
I
well,
think
there is
that's a wrap.
plenty to do today.
Yeah.
Because we got something going on.
Everyone, Marisa was awesome. Always welcome back.
Thank you for joining us,
Thanks
Marisa.
Thank you
joining
for
us.
having me. This was
Mixing
fun.
it up. I think you actually raised the game.
Oh,
raised
yeah.
the level.
Well, I am pretty popular.
Next
Yeah.
week's show is
I'm
going to
kind of a big deal. Yeah.
I'm kind of a big deal.
So, yeah, perfect. Thanks so much. We appreciate it. We'll have her on again, I'm sure. So, other than that, everyone have a great day. Weather is beautiful if you're here in Washington. Get out, enjoy it, be good to each other, love on each other. Thanks for all the support you give all of us, so we really appreciate it. I'm out.
Take care, you guys. We'll try that again.
Finish.